Well, I love this contrarian opinion, Brad. This is what gets the juices flowing, because now we're talking about the potential for surprises for Costa Rica, for Poland, for Canada. Harness that thought and that energy, and actually let's play the reverse psychology and talk to me not about the cult 80s and 90s British TV show Top of the Pops, but talk to me about the top of the flops. Because at every tournament, and we all think back to tournaments of old where teams have spectacularly gone missing, teams who've gone there threatening to conquer the world and sweep all before them. And for whatever reason, there could be infighting in the camp, there could be illness, there could be injury, there could be poor accommodation, poor training pitches, poor morale, whatever it might be. Which of the big guns, and we've mentioned this potential vulnerability for some of them, but which of the big guns, perhaps it's going to be the scorching heat of Qatar, perhaps it could be a myriad of reasons that only you who've played at the top level could even identify. But which of those big guns, mindful that if you look at the tournament outright odds, 4-1 Brazil, 6-1 Argentina, 6-1 France, 7-1 England. We know the challenge they face from your nation, from Wales, 10-1 Germany, 8-1 Spain. Which of the big guns are going to turn up all dressed up with nowhere to go and be catching an early aeroplane home?
When you look at the groups, like I don't see any out and out flops. You know, I haven't seen, I don't see any, like, you know, too much turmoil. What I would say is if Belgium and France and Holland, if they don't get results in their first game, history would suggest that in-house fighting starts a little bit. But I think every year, every 2 years, the world of football gets smaller, and the competition becomes closer. So although, you know, would it in the world, would it seem like a big upset if Australia beat France? Yeah, maybe, but Australia still has some good players. You know, it's not as if, you know, France should be winning 10-0. You know, so it's a I don't know if I'd put the Heat. The Heat is one that really gets to me. You know, the Germans who might want to press high up the field, the Belgians, the English, you know, they're going to have to change and be a little bit more tactical, perhaps, especially with it in the middle of their season. So, you know, maybe we'll see some very, you know, mentally tired players, and then something could implode. But I don't see on paper where I'm saying, you know, Argentina is one of the favorites and they're going to do really poor, because they're favorites, and I think they'll probably do well.